Hey everyone, this is Jabril with All White Teeth here in Atlanta, Georgia. And I want to use this video to kind of go over and answer some questions that I've had in regards to my spending on uh, digital ads, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok ads, and how that relates to the amount of booking revenue that I've been able to generate. So I will preface this by saying that yes, I do have a background in digital ads. Why? How? Because I helped my ex-wife at the time grow her business, microblading business, from zero to $10,000 in sales. And so, I learned a lot by experimenting and reading and watching a lot of videos on running digital ads. um, yes, and also that led me to open up my own digital marketing agency, Beauty Biz Support, and have worked with a few clients in helping them grow their ad revenue, grow their ad spend and revenue from spending on ads as well. So yes, I do now have a few years of experience in doing this, and I was able to apply this to my business as well, All White Teeth. But I wanted to make this spreadsheet because this really shows the magnitude of running ads and why running ads is so important in building your business. So this is January. I have an asterisk by March because I was laid off from my full-time IT job. And in January, I was still working full time in my IT job. So you can see here that I spent $572 on Facebook and got in 76 leads, had 14 bookings. I only did 6 whitenings that month. So these other things breaks down the cost per lead, the cost per booking, cost per confirmed booking. So I spent $572, got in 76 leads. I basically paid $7.53 per lead. But then I had to call those people or they organically booked. And to get them from the point of seeing my ad to actually booking, those people, basically the cost per booking was $40. Now, to make things even worse, it's because I have a high cancellation rate, really like a 53% cancellation rate. The cost actually of that booking, of that sale, for me to get them to spend money on marketing to them and getting them to actually see my ad, enter their information, book, and then show up, I broke even basically because I actually lost. Because if I was charging, well, no, I was charging $99 for a session, and I spent $95 to get that person actually in the door. That was my total spend. So that was pretty expensive. What happened between January and February? Well, first of all, I changed my ad. I changed my ad from a generic ad and I changed it into an ad where I'm in the ad myself and I'm pitching my business myself. So that was one of the big things that I did. All right. So, and this breaks down, total sales, $478, average revenue per confirmed booking was $79.67. So really, if you look at that, I spent more to get that person in the door than I did of what I actually made on that person. I don't know why. Maybe I did some $50. At one point, I had my price point at $50 for a 20-minute session. So maybe I did a few of those, and that drove the average revenue per confirmed booking down. So confirmed bookings are people who are actually walked in the door and actually that I actually did service on. So February, I was laid off, and I was able to, though, to bring in, I increased my ad spend from about $200 for the month. So, for $572, that's $20 a day, basically, almost. $15 to $20 a day that I spent. So I upped it to a little bit more, my average spend. Maybe I was testing different ads and so forth, and that's what drove my price up, or my ad spend up to $768. All right, I was able to get in 103 leads, 41 bookings. 19 of those were actually confirmed bookings. They walked in the door. They walked in the door. And so this breaks down the numbers here as well. $1,600 in total sales from the bookings. And I was able to earn a little bit more per booking, uh, average revenue per booking. Now, one of the things that happened here, my cost per confirmed booking went down greatly. Why again? Because I think I was able to bring in more leads, people who saw my ad, they saw who I was, and it instantly built trust, so they walked in the door. They didn't cancel. And so my revenue per confirmed booking went down, and then I also was probably doing higher revenue sales per booking as well. So I was doing more of the $99 60-minute uh, sessions when I had it at that price point. Now my 60-minute sessions are 175. All right, so March, first full month, and many of you have seen this video that I did that talked about my first full month, 172 leads. Before it said 188 or something like that, and I don't know what the difference is on my numbers. Why is it showing different here versus that video? But oh well. So total ad spend on Facebook, $1,058. So I did go up. This is what basically 600. So what did I go up to, like $40 a day spending, whatever the math is on that. 1,058 divided by 30, $35 a day average. And I had to have been running multiple campaigns to get to that point. And so, yeah, that turned into 105 actual bookings, 44 confirmed bookings. And so that's the same number that was on the video. All right. So, and that turned into $4,500 in total sales. $4,500 in total sales. Average revenue per booking also went up. I think at this point, I adjusted my 60-minute session to 135. And so that's why it went up. All right. So next, April, I spent $2,700 in total. This is when I first started spending on TikTok to see if that would help. 384 total leads. 158 of those became bookings. 73 actually walked in the door. And as you can see, that turned into $7,000 in spending. All right, so next, and yeah, excuse me, $7,000 in sales, $7,800 in sales. Average revenue and per booking also inched up just a little bit, a few dollars. So that's good. So let's go to May. May, 528 leads. I spent $3,950, 216 bookings. 103 of those were confirmed bookings. So as you can see, it's still, I'm hovering around a 47%, I believe, conversion rate if it was between bookings and confirmed bookings. But these numbers here, this is what I'm really most interested in, my overall conversion rate. How many of these leads convert into people walking in the door. And that's right now, you can see that it was a little high in March. Why was it high in March? Well, and some of my numbers were skewed in March because in February, I really hit it hard. I was already doing advertising. I probably had like 100, 200 leads of people who didn't come in because I was doing whitenings after 5 o'clock or on the weekend only. So that drove up my conversion rate a little bit because a lot of the people that I was calling in February when I got laid off, they came in March, and I actually was able to service them. So I think that's what drove up the February calling back old leads drove up my conversion rate and walk-ins for March of people actually coming in the door. But on average, you can see from February into April and May, it's going to be around 19%. If I can get it higher, then that's great. One of the things that I did in May was tweaked my follow-up campaign with the automatic text messages, and a few other things as well. I made sure to make more phone calls. I brought someone in to help make phone calls as well in May. So a lot of those things may have inched up this a 0.5%. All right, so made $13,000. And so using this data now, I created a formula that says, hey, if I spend $5,000 on ads, I'll get 668 leads. Based on the conversion rate so far, that will lead to 130 confirmed bookings. Or if I go ahead and spend and then that'll be $16,000 in actual sales. If I spend $7,000 on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, then based on the conversion rate of 19%, 19.51%, I'll get in 936 leads, and 183 of them will become confirmed bookings, and that'll get me $23,172 in actual sales. Now, what could change this? First of all, in May, I upped my prices in May. I didn't up my prices at the beginning of May. I increased my prices the middle of May. So this average revenue per booking, confirmed booking, actually should go up in June because now it's either you're paying $99 or $175. So that should go up as well to much higher. So I really should be to calculate my sales. So I'm kind of doing just a crude formula here. Let me see how this is. This is basically 19%, and let's see what I'm doing here. All right, so if this actually went up, if I actually adjusted this to $150, then you would see, and this is $150 per average per confirmed booking, then this will actually drive my revenue up even higher. I still get the same percentage, but my revenue would be higher for June and July versus before. So it'll go up about $3,000 just on that $24 increase in average revenue per confirmed booking. So, this is a little bit longer video, but hopefully explains to you the relationship between spending on ads and then also the funnel that it takes to get them in the door and how that turns into revenue. One other last thing is that my cost per lead, as you can see here, my cost per lead line, it's lower than average. Why? Because I've done some testing here and there. And your cost per lead may start out at $10. It may be $10. And, so that's one of the things that would affect your spending, how many leads you come in, and then ultimately your sales. All right, I hope this video was informational for someone out there, and you have a great one. Bye.